Hello, today we're doing a lesson on vocabulary for first grade, and the teacher objective is the teacher will use sentence level context as a clue to the meaning of a word or phrase. And first we're going to start out by reviewing. The teacher will review identifying story elements that was from our last lesson, which include speaker, narrator, setting, characters, plot, and problems and solutions. We're going to have everyone get out their element pizza that was made during the last lesson. Here's right here. And I'm going to ask them a few questions like, what is the plot? And we're going to go over what is the plot. The plot is what happened at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. And our next question will be, what is a setting? A setting is where did the story take place? And what is a narrator? Who is telling the story? Just a few of the questions, and then of course if they want to ask any questions, we'll go over the rest of the elements if they want to ask more questions about it. Okay, and the purpose of this is to help students use sentence level context as a clue to the meaning of a word or phrase. Last lesson we learned about story elements. This lesson we're going to use to learn how to use the sentence level context as a clue of the meaning or of a word or phrase. Next lesson we'll use frequently occurring affixes as a clue to the meaning of a word. Okay, for motivation, I'm going to read The Berenstain Bears and the Missing Dinosaur Bone by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Okay, here's the book I chose. And I would like to, for class, like maybe bring in a little magnifying glass or something like that, because they're bear detectives and they use one in their book. Yes, Berenstain Bears and the Missing Dinosaur Bone. See the dinosaur skeleton today at noon. Bears lining up outside the door. Dr. Bear inside, pacing the floor. What's wrong in there? What's up? What's up? Wondered the three little bears and one little pup. So, something is wrong. A dinosaur bone is missing in there. Somebody took it, said Dr. Bear. Who took that bone? Who took it? Where? You see, his leg is missing. Leg bone. Looks like a big leg bone missing from the dinosaur. Three little bears and their hound dog Snuff come inside with their detective stuff. There's no case too hard, no case too tough for the bears, detectives, and their hound dog Snuff. The search begins, and none too soon. The Bear Museum opens at noon. They will search the place, every cranny and nook. Will they find the bone? Will they find the crook? These guys, magnifying glass right there. Looking for clues. A dark, dark room, a mummy's tomb. Is that the thief? That spooky face? No, that's the museum's mummy case. You see his name under there. It says the mummy case of King Grizzly Tut. "11:15, time grows short. Now where would one hide a bone of that sort?" It could be there inside that vase, the bone thief's perfect hiding place. You can look in that valuable vase if you must. There's nothing in there but some valuable dust. Looks like they're about to break something in that museum. Not much time left, just half an hour. The bear detective searched the tower. See? It's a tower. And there's a tower. There he is, the thief. And the bone he stole. Wrong again. That's an Indian totem pole. getting late, but still they look, and still no bone, and still no crook. Say, maybe bone thieves work in packs. 3 thieves with a sword, a gun, and an axe. They can see somebody behind the curtain, and they think that may be the bone thief. Wrong again. It's the museum's famous statues of wax. And it says right here, Hall of Famous Bears. And there's the statues of wax. They had better find that leg bone soon. There's just 1 minute left till noon. With no more time to search and look, they know they will not catch that crook. They failed. This case is much too hard. See them going down the stairs. They look upset because they haven't found the crook yet. Wait, what's that out there in the yard? That lump of ground, that bone-shaped mound. That looks like a giant bone. The missing bone, it's found, with hound dog paw prints all around. Look at that. Does that look like clues? That looks like clues. Poor hound dog. The case is solved. No job's too hard, no case too tough for the bear detectives. And that bone thief Snuff. So all along, the bone thief was their detective dog, Snuff, their hound dog. So next, we're going to go over the vocabulary words, and we're going to finish the activity, If the Word Fits activity that I got from the FCRR website. And I included the link. It's the last few pages of that link. And I modified it. This is the original. And what it is they have a sentence with a vocabulary word used in it. And then under there it says what is that word? Is first, he was eager to go downstairs and open his gifts. Was he scared or excited? And it has the correct word, the correct answer underlined. And it has the vocabulary word underlined here. So I modified, these do not go with my book, my vocabulary words from my book. I modified them and made my own cards, made my own sentences for the book. And originally in the original activity it says that the students work in pairs, but the words, I feel that the words are above their reading level. So I plan on reading them to the class myself, and then letting them choose which meaning is the correct meaning for the underlined word in the in the top sentence. So this one right here. It's the museum's famous statues of wax. And I took the sentences directly from the book for the sentence cards, and these cards would be cut into separate cards, of course. And then I would read, is a museum a grocery store or a building in which interesting and valuable things such as paintings are collected and shown to the public? And then hopefully they will answer as a group the building in which interesting, and I have the correct answer underlined here. And the next one, they will search the place, every cranny and nook. And cranny is the vocabulary word here. Is a cranny an animal or a small opening or space? And then we would go over that, and I would explain to them it is a small opening or space. And the next one, with no more time to search or look, they know that they will not catch the crook. Is a crook an insect or a criminal or a bad guy? So they would, of course, if someone stole something, they would know that that is not an insect. That is a bad guy or a criminal. The bear detective searched the tower. Is a tower some water or a tall, narrowing building or structure? Of course, if they needed to ask more questions about what that means, I would go into more detail explaining what a tower is. And their last vocabulary word is hound. 3 little bears and their hound dog Snuff come inside with their detective stuff. Is a hound a color or a type of dog that has very good sense of smell and is trained to hunt? So then, of course, they would know by the context and by reading the book. that the hound dog, they brought him in so he could find out where the bad guy is, the crook. Okay, so after we do that, we're going to, closure will be to discuss the 5 vocabulary words again and ask questions. What is a museum? What is a cranny? What is a tower? What is a crook? And what is a hound? And we'll go over those, and if they want to ask questions, I'll give them time to ask questions if they need anything repeated or gone over again. For homework, they'll take their vocabulary activity sheet, look over it with a parent or guardian. There are sentence cards. They will, of course, these cards will be cut up into single cards, and each student will get a set of these cards to take home for each vocabulary word. And early finishers may draw a picture of the vocabulary words on a piece of blank paper, such as a tower or museum, or they may want to draw a hound dog with pencils or crayons. Special needs will have a paraprofessional go over the sentence card and read the book to them one-on-one. Remediation, students will get in a group later in the day and go over the sentence cards again with the teacher. And the students will be allowed, for enrichment, the students will be allowed to go to the computer lab and look at videos about dinosaurs and museums. And that's the end of our lesson plan, our vocabulary lesson plan for 1st grade.